Hey, Pat Rigsby here, and in today's episode, I want to talk with you about reverse engineering success. Let's get to it. Every 6 or so weeks, I do strategic planning with our clients, and we go through what we call our 6 week cycle. And really, what we're trying to do is identify the things that they want to achieve over the next 6 weeks and reverse engineer a plan to give them the highest probability of getting there. Now, we do this thing internally with clients called Win the Week, where every week we kind of map out what we need to do to move forward and get closer to our goals step by step. Well, really, all of this looks a lot like what you do for a client. If you think about what you do with a training client, it kind of simplifies things, right? Somebody comes in, they've got a goal that they want to achieve. And so we craft a plan, we develop a program for them, right? We say, okay, well, that means that we're going to be able to do this, or we should be able to reach this kind of milestone over the next month or 6 weeks or 12 weeks or whatever that kind of date benchmark is. And then we're going to have a plan on how to get there. We're going to be able to say, okay, each week you're going to train 3 times a week, and this is what your nutrition should look like for the week, and this is what your physical activity or recovery should look like for the week. And when they come in for the things that we're supervising, we're going to get more granular. We're going to distill things down for how to use that hour that they're under your supervision or 45 minutes that they're under your guidance. We're going to map out everything from the warm up to the cool down and everything in between. We're going to give them sets and reps and provide the equipment. We're going to make this really simple to gain ground towards where they want to go. We do this each and every day for clients in our industry. And guess what? It works for you if you're doing it for your business as well. Imagine that over the next 6 weeks, you said, okay, I want to add 12 new clients. Now, maybe for you, that's a really conservative number. Maybe you need to double it. But maybe for you, that'd be just rapid fire. That would be going much faster than you usually go. Either way, we'll use this as just kind of an illustration. So, say you want to get 12 new clients. That means you need 2 clients a week, right? And let's say that for every 3 people who walk through your doors, a guest, somebody doing an assessment, somebody doing a front end offer, 2 of them become ongoing clients. So that means we need 3 people a week. And that really is kind of the foundation of our Win the Week. We're saying, okay, this is the number one objective that we have this week, and here's how we're going to do it. And then we just craft that kind of granular plan. We say, okay, I'm going to send out an email inviting people in on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to resend that email to non-opens. Maybe I'll change the subject line a little bit. Maybe I'll reach out via text message to a percentage of our database one week and then a percentage the next week. And maybe I divide the database into thirds and we reach out to a third each week. And then we cycle back through the next 3 weeks of the 6 week cycle. And then any offer that we're making each week, we're posting on social media. We're asking our clients to post. We're asking our strategic alliance partners to share. We're just trying to get the word out. And then we have a plan of attack. Maybe the first week of the month or the first week of the cycle, I guess, we are focused on reaching out to those strategic alliance partners. The next week of the cycle, we focus on referrals. The third week, we focus on reactivations, and then we cycle through again. And all of these things go on the calendar. If it's important, we schedule it. So we know not just I'm going to do this on Monday and this on Tuesday, but I can tell you from what time I'm starting to what time I'm ending with each of those respective tasks. Now imagine if you took that approach with your business growth activities, if you were that clear about where you wanted to go, and then you reverse engineered a plan to get there, just like you do with clients, where we are very precise. We know what exercises they're going to be doing. We could probably kind of distill this down to knowing every couple of minutes where somebody would be in our facility at a particular time if we wanted to. If we got that granular with our efforts and we scheduled things and we made sure that we did the things that we need to give ourselves the highest probability of success, it'd be almost impossible to fail. It would be almost impossible not to get those 12 clients. Or maybe you've got a group training business and you want 24 every 6 weeks. Whatever it is, if you've got a plan to get there and you've reverse engineered it down to the step by step details that you need in order to give you the best chance to reach your goals, you're going to have a pretty good business. And frankly, you're going to be a minority when it comes to this whole small business landscape, because that's not how most businesses operate. Whether we're talking about our industry or any others, that's not how they operate. They go in more often than not, they're reactive. More often than not, they're kind of just playing defense, whatever comes their way. Sure, they'll put some marketing materials out. They may run some ads or something like that, but they're not as strategic as I just alluded to. And frankly, they're not nearly as strategic as you are as a coach when you're designing a blueprint to ensure your client success. So if you want to grow your business, if you want to get more clients, add more staff, scale in any way that is important to you, follow your own advice, follow your own blueprint that you use with clients, and reverse engineer your plan for success.